just gonna say something on my video before I even say it. And let me let them see you. Talking about hi. Hey y'all. So yes, I already did a video today, but maybe I should have got all this water drinking out of the way before I started the video, right? But yeah, it was just something that was placed on me to speak about today. I was thinking earlier about how we look at our now as if it's our forever. And I know there's a whole bunch of sayings out there, you know, you should live for the now, and the only moment that is real is right now, and you can't live in the past and you also can't live in the future. But then there are other sayings like, you know, you should prepare for the just sayings that sound like they could be contradictory, right? So what I'm about to say, I don't know how it's going to sound or if it's going to make sense, but it was placed on me to speak on. So oftentimes we look at our current moment or our current season or our current situation as if it's our forever. But everything, or let's just say most things, are only temporary anyway, right? So we often say stuff like, how did I end up here? Or this can't be my life, or how is this my life, or how did my life end up like this? Things like that. But unless it is the end, unless we have taken our final breath, then we didn't end up anywhere. And I guess, you know, none of us know when it's the end. You know, none of us know when it's the end. But whatever our current situation is, it's not the end until we're in the ground or wherever, you know, until we fail to exist in this physical form. And we kind of get stuck in that, how did I end up here, or how is this my life, without even, a lot of times, without even thinking, this is just where I am now. This is just a pit stop along the journey, a detour, a pathway, you know, whatever we want to call it. But, and I think we all can kind of feel, especially if, you know, you're someone who's in tune, we can all feel when it's more to come. You know, we can all feel when it's more to come. We're given signs. Okay, I'll give you some more. Give me a second. We're given signs. We're given visions. We're given hints. We're given a lot of things, and if we're truly in tune, we'll know that just because we're somewhere now doesn't mean that that's where we're going to be for long, or where we're going to be planted. You know, sometimes we just have to pick up some skills along the way that we may not even know that we're going to need until later down the line. Sometimes we need to meet some people along the way that we may not know that we may need or they may need us later down the line.
I want to get some more chips.
Give it to me. So we need to. I have no more. You know that's not a real cough. So it's all about rewiring our thinking and realizing that just because, we're somewhere currently at the moment, that's not where we're going to necessarily end up. That's not where we're destined to be. It's just a pitfall, or, a pit stop. That's the word, pit stop. And make the best of all of the destinations that we have to. Just make the best of the destinations that we end up. Make the best of the destinations that we land at along the way, and get what we need to get from those places, and then off to the next place along the journey. And it'll help us to, when the moments that aren't so pleasant, it'll help us to move through those moments without so much stress and depression and doom and gloom, because we know that this is only temporary. And how we deal with those moments, how we treat ourselves in those moments, how we treat others in those moments, will shape the results that we have going along the journey. If we're able to be in those not so comfortable moments and not lose ourselves, when we get to the better, more comfortable parts in the journey, we'll be able to enjoy it a lot more, because we haven't stressed ourselves into bad health. We haven't stressed ourselves into an unstable mind, So if we're able to remember that, it's all about ebb and flow and balance. Sometimes with the good comes the bad, and every moment isn't going to be sunshine and rainbows. If we can remember that and not lose ourselves, then we'll be able to enjoy the happier times. You sure didn't, baby. The happier times, or the more pleasant times, a lot more. Because we're not, then if we're able to be in the not so comfortable times and not lose ourselves, then we don't end up in a situation where we're in a better place, but we're not able to enjoy it, because we have so much recuperating and healing and catching up to do, because we allowed the not so pleasant situation to beat us down so badly. And I hope I'm conveying this in a way that makes sense, because like I said, often when I'm practicing, what I'm going to say in the videos is a lot more polished, but then I hit play on the camera, and it doesn't come out the way it would, it was when I initially thought of it. But hopefully someone will understand what I'm saying, and the message is clear, and it helps someone to look at whatever temporary season they're in a different light. So I'm going to sit here, and I was going to try to do it while I was doing the video, but I told y'all, I'm not good. I can't walk and chew gum. So I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to sit here and do my seating chart for the van, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I went from months of not doing a video to almost daily these last few days, and sometimes twice a day. This is my second video of the day. So yeah, I just wanted to remind some folk that this is only temporary, and also remind you from my video yesterday, prepare for the destination that you know that you're gonna end up at. Prepare for the vision that has been given to you. Prepare for the purpose that you know you're being called for. Start preparing for it now. Alright, that's it. That's it. I wasn't, planning to be long. And until next time, it's the neighborhood insurance lady. And who are you? Yeah, neighborhood insurance baby, but he has chips in his mouth, so you couldn't hear him clearly. And we're wishing you, yes, we're wishing you love, laughter, life insurance, pieces of the puzzle, your children being transported to and from school safely, a life filled with simplicity or complexity if that's what you like, and ease, and for you to know that the difficult moments are only temporary. Until next time, enjoy whatever stop you're at during your journey. Bye.